Happy Saturday and welcome to the end of day. We misspoke right there. The end of week review for this week, and we are in week. We just finished this week. We are in week 45 and Q4 for the year 2025. So week 45 is a Dow close candle for the weekly. If you look on the weekly, you can see that, but the range is very big range, especially test from below. Before we go any further, let's go into see, so basically we are right here week 45. Next week will be week 46. And in terms of the economic news or data release, due to the shutdown here in the US, we can see that a lot of them is delay, hold. And we also read the news that they're not gonna release the data, economic data like quarterly. They're gonna try to do this twice a year, so a semi-annual right there. So that's maybe another factor. So it basically the market's in a new territory right here. So when the investor or trader or speculator like us, when we see uncertainties, the first reaction is just fear. Just sell off. That's reason why we see this week is one of the first week that for a long time, really not really long term, right? If you look into a weekly right here, you can see that this week with the week 45 is a sell off. So a big sell-off happened on week, let's call back 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. So week 41, it really sold off. And then the next 3 weeks, or next 2 weeks or so, it up close. But the week 44 is it kind of down close. It signals that it gonna it start reversal from here. So very interesting to see that. So in this week, it's very interesting that it revisits this candle range right here, especially this area right there, where we are marked the range right there. This range, if you look on the daily, you can see that here's how it manifests itself, or how it's unfold in the dailies right there. So basically, we mark this week is in September, the week of the FOMC meeting. It create that range right there. Yep. So that's the range FOMC. And this is another range right there. So it fall into this, and you see the huge sell-off on Friday of week 40, 41 right here, right? 45, 43, 44, 43, 42, 41. It's week 41. So on the last trading day of the week 41 right here, the Friday it really sell up hard, and we question, right? We wonder if this Dow move is finished, and we have the Dow that it may not be finished, because we really want to see this have to be go below that level, and then boom, it can reverse. It doesn't look like a reversal pattern, so we're very doubt that that this move is a sustainable move. It can be just a manipulation for to track people who go long, and then it's going down. And check all this build up right here, the low, right? The low is where all the stop loss for sell side liquidity right there. So you pull it down, you force people to sell off their position. So that's the reason why the term sell side liquidity come from. So the sell side liquidity, it rests at the low, right? And the buy side liquidity is rests at the high, where people put their stop loss when they short them. So that's the reason why you hear the term sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity. And understand that's mechanics or that term is the key for us to trading, especially the trading style that we are embarked we take on is called discretionary trading. Then understand that will be very key for us to make a decision whether we're gonna take the trade or we're gonna where we put our stop loss or where we're gonna put our entry. So that's where the term sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity come from. I mean, at first when we follow this this kind of trading style, is very confused about what is sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity. But now we understand it. That's the beautiful journey. So basically, you see that it go back to this range right there, which is right here on the daily. So it's the correlation between the weekly and the daily, how the high time frame is unfolding or manifest itself in the low time frame. So basically, we don't think this move is finished. Yeah, or it might. We don't know. But in order for us to trade the trade in the low time frame, we don't need to know neither. I mean, at least give us some idea. At least it come down here. We have to be we have to be aware that it may take another down move to take the low of this candle range right there. But one thing we can see that this gap is already filled, and you see this gap is filled. You keep in mind this gap take 3 weeks, to fill it, right? The first week, second week, and then the third week it filled that. But the week the gap of this create on the week 44, it filled right away. The following week right there, right? It filled up that on. Is that on Tuesday? Right, November. Yeah, so a few Tuesday. So if you're up for the following right there. And then we have the retracement a little bit here just above the moving average right there. This one, the moving average right there, and then boom, it break down below that. And the Friday is this way, it moved very interesting right there. Let's look at the monthly right here to see how the monthlies play out right here. So monthly, we can see that start from May up until October. So 6 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months continuously. Basically 3/4 right there is up close for monthly. So it will not be surprised if the November it will be down close month on high time frame. It may go revisit this level right here. It may. Right? You see the test from above right there. it may go to resisted level, or it may go all the way down here if the selling pressure continue to go up. Yeah, so we'll not be surprised if we have a Dow close for November, or even December. You have a Dow close right there. So let's see. That's our high level on the high time frame perspective right there. And now let's see what we learned this week. For this week, let's open the Monday, right? This is the Monday when we are start of the Monday. So start of the Monday, we see that this is the weekly on the left, on the monthly on the right. So we see the week 44 what week is down close. So a little bit tricky to see what move we're gonna make. How do we know they're gonna reversal from here, right? So that's what we anticipate to see. Or in the Dow, in the lower time frame, see how it manifests itself. So here's is the Monday on the daily. At least we see the range on FOMC meeting last week, which is week 44. It set up the range right there, and you see that it tests that range twice. On Monday, not Monday, but it was last Friday, it tests above that level. And the Thursday also tests. So it's test above twice, and if you come down here, you're gonna break it. That's the whole idea. That's gonna be what? Maybe type 2, right? Test and break it, but we need a break that level. So maybe you count this as break that level. And interesting, you also see that it tests below that level twice. One. So this is very interesting. So we want to see if it go up here, and then it can break it, that level. But if it go down here, then it gonna break the level. So it gives us an idea that if it come down here, we're gonna short them. But if it go up here, we're gonna go long. That's the whole idea. So now go into the 15 minutes. We want to see how it manifests itself on the 15 minutes. So keep an eye on that level, right? The level 68, 65. So 68, 65, 68, 65 is around here. So we see that is above the level. If we break down to the 65 right here, we're gonna short them. So here's a beginning of Monday right there, and you see that a gap right here. It did come down and it make a reversal right here. And this what the reversal look like. It break, it test from below and reverse. That's it, type 1 reversal. That is Taiwan reversal for us right there. That's it, another collection to us to see. Yeah, that's it, the Taiwan reversal. Keep in mind we have 3 set up with the 3 curve of reversal that we trade. We call type 1, type 2, and type 3s. Let's review this every week so we can we're on the same page right here. All right, so we'll come back. We just have we take a couple of hours off, and then we come back. So anyway, right here we have the set of, right, we do the right up right there right on Monday, and see that. So you mark the low of the candle range right there, and around that level you see another candle on, prior Friday, candle after expansion move right there. So that level, you see that around there is break, a test from below and then it's reclaim or reverse right there. So that's called 4 breakout type 1 reversal. So any type whenever you have a 4 breakout, there's two scenarios, right? Either reversal or continuation, right? Continuation could mean in both way, the next leg down or the next leg up. So that's the idea right there. Let's go to the definition we have for our three setup that we trade. Let me is this one? No, not that one. We do this one. Okay, all right. Let's look at this one, right? So on the left is the type 1 right there, type 1 for breakout, the one that we just show assemble how it happened, and type 2 is on the right. On the up top is the short setup, and on the bottom is the long setup. So basically we capture these two setup on one sheet, all right, or one canvas right here. It's very easy to see side by side. So for type 1, you want to see a key level. It can be a high time frame and low time frame. But the best scenario is we want both of them have to be pretty much proximity, right? Proximity, that's the word we try to say. Proximity, which is very close together, then you have a best scenario right there. So that's the level, right? The level can be the low time frame, which in this case we trade at 15 minutes, or it can be a higher time frame. In this case, it can be daily or weekly. The best scenario or high probability setup if you want both level, the low time frames, which is 15 minutes, and a high time frame daily or weekly, they are proximity. That means they are close together. Then you have a very high level, a very good level to very key level or very reliable level in order to trade around that level. So first you want it to be break, and then you want another candle to test from above and reclaim or reverse in this case. So we call reclaim, so it can be distinguished, right? Distinguished from the reversal right here, which is a trend right there. So you have a first, last leg up, right? Reversal, and then boom, you have a reversal, reclaim and reversal right there. So that's how we draw it. That is the last leg down. You want it break, that from up, and then boom, it reversal. So that's the reversal we're talking about. So every word we put right here have a meaning behind it. So we were very careful to choose the right word. At first we call this reversal, but we don't want it to be confused with this reversal word. So we rephrase to the word reclaim, and it's very common word among trading or trader, right? Especially discretionary trader like us, like we are discretionary. Because there are many kind of trading or day trading. they can use algorithm to trade that. So that's called, you know, quant trade right there. They use moving average, they use MACD, whatever. They use those metric. But for us, we are freestyle. That's what the nature of the trading that we are trading is freestyle. Or another word, the fancy word is discretionary. That how you we feel we swing them. So, and because of this discretionary trading is very different from person to another person. So yeah, so that's the nature of the game. So you have the four the type 1 right here, and then type 2, it pretty much the same, but a little bit different if you look at down detail. So if you test first, you already step from. By the way, we want to make one more point right here. The test from above can happen more than one time. Maybe you have another candle right there, it tests from above one, and you have another candle test from above, and boom. And we observe the more it tests from the level, then the bigger the reclaim gonna happen. The bigger, and it also is faster. The velocity faster, fast and furious. So that's the key word right there. That's reason why we put the word right here. It means simplify. We simplify right there. But in reality, it can be a little bit, right? It can be a little bit complicated. But with this version, we can practice long enough. We can recognize the deviation from the model or from the setup. All right, so here's our type 2 for breakout. So you test first, you break, right? That exactly where the people who want to go long get trapped in here, and that's the reason why the reclaim move is very explosive also. So in this case is the type 2, we observe that majority, I mean like 60%, 70% is the continuation, which is the next leg down in this case. So first leg down, and then you have this test from below break, and boom, it's reverse. You make the next leg down, right? Next leg down, and LD stand for next leg down right there. So that's the short setup. Or here's the long setup. You had the first move, first leg up, and then you have test from above, you break it and reverse or reclaim by the way, neck leg down. Excuse us, we misspoke, neck leg up right there. So NLU is neck leg up, NLD is neck down, and this reclaim right away. So that's two types we have. And we have another type which is called type 3. It little bit hard to capture them, but it's also very common. So here's the reversal setup. Here first neck last leg down, and then you see that this level, right, is break them, it tests from below right here, and then it's reclaim, and it break again, and that's where the people go in a short term because they thought that it's gonna make a neck, not leg down. The minute they go in a short, then it's reclaim, it reverse from here. That's the trick right there. And the break and reclaim can happen. In this case, is twice. So that's the reason why it's another name for double bottom, right? One bottom, two bottom. That's the common term or a common nomenclature. People say double bottom and double top right there. In this case, double bottom long. Okay, let's see. All right, so we put the type 3 right here, we put both together, we simplify, which is just the long setup right here, the short setup, and here's the long setup. So basically we want it to be what? Right, you want it to look like it's gonna be break up the level, but look a little bit left, you already see that it gives you a signal that it's gonna come down. It's gonna go down, it's gonna reverse because it break the key level with the failure gap down. And following that, you see the reclaim or the break, that cause break right here, break up, and then you have reclaim, and then break, you have reclaim, and then break right here at the step type 5 before it bring the neck, it bring out the neck candle. You thought that it really fool you right here. You thought that it's gonna be what? It's gonna be the neck leg up, right? You thought, wow, it's gonna be neck leg up. It's gonna break out of this level, right? Neck leg up right at the our level. The minute you go in, you go long, the candle will flip and break this level. So if you trade well enough, you can go long. I mean, go short right here at the open. But if you're not sure and you are still a beginner or novice, then wait until the confirmation it break the level and you can go in. And because the nature of the right here is consolidation, right? They try to build up a lot of sell liquidity here. Then when it break, it very substantial. It very this down move. This down move is very it is long lasting. The down move is very substantial. It's not just temporary. It move. The move may not be fast and furious like a type 1 and type 2, right? If you go the type 1 and type 2 is 3 steps, right? 1, 2, 3, boom. But this step can slowly, but this move is very reliable. And you may see that it's slowly, but you have to be patient in this this reversal. That's all we're saying. So keep in mind, you have to see that 3 break right there. 1, 2, 3 break to the upside. And it may look like gonna be a neck leg up. That is the moment that you need to watch carefully. And go in and short them. The same idea right here on the long side. The same thing happened, right? You have a breakdown right there, and then you have reclaim, you break, and then you have a reclaim, and then you break right there. At this moment, the neck candle right there is the up close, but do what in real time it look like it's gonna break again. It's gonna make a neck leg down, but that is exactly the moment it got flipped. Look for the flip, and then you can go long right there. So that is the 3 setup that we're talking about. So whenever we say type 1 and type 2, which is all right, so we say about type 1 and type 2, that's mean we're talking about this setup. And then when we say about type 3, which is this setup, and have another name first, a double top and a double bottom right here. But keep in mind right here, we just capture the reversal. It also play in the another scenario is called continuation, right? Because when we trade, there are only 2 scenarios. Either a reversal or a continuation. I said it's just simple as that. It's very binary choice. They either go up or go down. That's it. So that means it's like reversal or continuation the trend. Alright, so that is the 3 setup that we are trading. So right here is the setup Taiwan reversal. So we see that happen in early morning in the Monday, but we're not there to trade this one. We trade in the New York at 9:30 right there. So now let's watch the what it tips for Monday, so we can see how it's played out, right? Oh, so we let the tap run. So where are we at right there on Monday, November 3rd? Okay. So yeah. So right there you see that it's set up. Okay, so right here, let's go back, roll the tap right here. So we are about 5 minutes go to the 9:30. Then what do we see here? Let's pull right here and go to, okay, so go to daily right there. What do we see? We see that, yeah, it touched that level. With very strange, touch from above, and it's supposed to break, but it did not. Yeah, we want a hose right there. It not really break and touch from above. So it could be. So basically, our idea that if it reaches level, it go long, but if it break down to this level, the 68, 65, then we short them. So that's the whole idea. So where is our 68? Hold on, let's mark it. Uh, 68, 65. All right, so 68, 75. Yeah. So it break down level, we short the level. Wow. I mean, have to wait right there. At the any level right here, we can see. Do we see any thing right here? That type 3. We don't see any type 3, which is. Oh yeah. Right here. It could be a type 3 right here. Hold on. Let's mark it down. Be patient right here. Alright, so maybe we not see yet. Oh, okay, this level. We see break, reclaim, break, reclaim, break. Oh, yeah. So that's the level at the high time frame level right there. Yeah, so let's mark this. So potentially we have a type 3 setup right here. Type 3 for breakout type 3. Alright, so by that we mean that we make sure that it's gonna be 3 break, right? So break 1, right, and then this reclaim. Yes, I think we have break 2, break 3. That should be enough. A break 4, even better. Okay, so you see that reclaim. Wow, reclaim, and then you have 4 break. 3 breaks should be enough. Is you have 4, and now you have 5. Then there's no way for it to go back here. When it go back here, then it what? It gonna reversal, because that is the double top or double bottom. This is a double top right there. You see that? Let's slow down right here so we can see. So this one is break. This one is break, okay? And then if you go by an odd number, right, in this case, it's reclaim. You want to break, and then it's reclaim. That's the whole idea. You have so on so forth. That means the reclaim gonna be go with an even number. So that the break gonna be with a odd number, reclaim with even number. So we try to focus on the break. Actually, we want both 5. So for our textbook, we only need 3 break, right? We did number 5 right there. Break, reclaim, break, reclaim, break. That should be good enough. However, in this case, it do more than that. You know why? Because it's not fall into, because all of that is pre-markets right before the 9:30. If the step number 5 and then 6 happen at exactly at 9:30, then we go in and short them. But in this case, it's not there yet. The reason why we have to wait a little bit longer, and even better, it gives us another 2 break right here. So you have number 7 is break, even better. And then you have number 9. Wow. So lots back and forth right there is consolation right there. And you watch the magic, right? The minute you thought that you're gonna make a neck leg up, okay, right, first leg up, and then retracement, you thought to make a neck leg up, then it got flipped that where it tells you that go on short them. Alright, so this one is we call 4 breakout type. What type this? Type 3, because of a lot of break and reclaim, and in this case a reversal. Alright, it can be continuation also. We can solve the case where it's a continuation. Yeah, 4 breakout type 2. Alright, let's see if that happened. Now keep rolling the tape right here. So right there we see it 9:34. It break that level, that where we can go in and short them right there. So just before that, we document, we mark up, we say, wow, it looked like gonna be a next leg up, right? First leg, retracement, next leg up. But 4 minutes into the 9:30, this is what happened. Is reclaim it at that level, right? There's no way if it's reclaim level. Only the reason it's reclaim level in order to reversal, get all the sell side liquidity that it built right here. So it's very reliable, so especially it happened at exactly 9:30. You see that? Yep. Let's save this one. Alright, so you see that it will let it run. It hit exactly the level on high time frame. The 68, 65. Oh, I have to go down here a little bit. It almost hit. Right, it's almost hit the daily level right here. Yeah, 68, 65, that's the level we want to hit. But it's a good run. We can exit from here 1, 2. We got 8 run from 98, which is our entry, go all the way to 68, so 30 point right there, about 6R. If you divide 30 point by 5 is like 1 hour. Our risk unit right there, and then you have a very high, very good risk reward ratio right there. Okay, so let's capture this one. So right there, the next candle, it hit the 65. Right, let's take screenshot right here. Take screenshot right here, you have a 65. Around 10, 50, 10, 16. Less than an hour, 45 minutes, it hit the targets. It hit the targets. So basically right here, it hit 68, 65, 50. I mean, it's 1 point below. I mean, it hit the target. It's 65 lower than, 25 less lower than 50 right there on the daily right there. Yeah, let's refer back to the daily right there. You see this range right there, which is the Monday last week, the FOMC meeting. That's the key range right there, and it hit that level, 65. Actually 75, not 50. You see that it hit that level. Keep in mind it tests above the level 1, 2 times, and it break it. How it break it? It manifests itself in a type 3 reversal right here. The minute we thought they're gonna make a neck leg up, it flipped. Yes, look at that, it flipped. The 9:15 look like gonna make the neck leg up, 9:30 flip. See that? That's how the market move. You're gonna see this move one more time, or at least one more time on Wednesday. Very beautiful. And we did take the trade on Wednesday, and it played out beautifully. Yes, we did take that trade, but we will go to Wednesday. But right now, just this is the Monday, and we did took any trade on Monday, by the way. But you can see how it's play out beautifully. Alright, so that hit the target right there. Actually, the target is 75, or 3/4 above that. It hit there. Alright, let's continue rolling the tape right there. So it hit the target, we out, wow, right here. Yes, so do we see anything right here? Maybe we have a setup right here also. Support right there. Let's take a screenshot right here and see if we can come up with anything, or we can see any setup. So right here, right, the minute you thought they're gonna chase right here at 10:30, then it may flip on us. So right here, look at this level, right? The level, very interesting, because the level right here, we want it to be like that. We want it to be touched above, break and reverse. So that level very interesting, and this also very interesting level, but it's not reliable. You want it to be really what? You want it to test and then break and reverse. That's type 2. But if you give it level and if you reverse back, it not fall into our setup. Yes, right, it not fall into our setup yet. But if at that level, it can fall into our setup, because you have test from above, break and reverse, and that is the type 2. So let's see. let's see how this play out right here. So if you try to J and short, a little bit be careful right here. So yeah, let's see if red, you see that? Wow, that's the 1030. Yes, so you see that is go back to that level, then we may go long, right? We may go long. See that? So here is a type 2, okay? In this case, it's a reversal. It's not a continuation, huh? Yeah, let's see. So you test from above, break right here, and we want to see if this one gonna be reclaim at that level. Okay, so that's the very first step, and now it go, look at that, it break that level. You see that level? We withdraw, it flip from there and go back, and that's where the fall breakout type 2 can be, or is happening right there. So take this screenshot and let's see right here. So that is at 1044. That's right. So this level, right? Yeah. Yeah, 44, right? Let's see, all go all the way there. Okay. Wow, that's break the level. Hold on, we see the, yep. Okay. So it's break the level. It does, right? It does. Let's take a screenshot again. So right here, it did break that level. Yep, yes. So test from up, break, and reverse right there. That's right. That's why. Okay, so keep rolling the tip to see if this reversal is substand, right? Wow, it did. Wow. So it go back to this candle range at 9:30. You see that? And boom, we go back to that range. That's it. Yeah, that's it for the Monday. So if we have both set up for the Monday right there. Alright, so that means for the Monday we have two beautiful setup. The first one is happen at 9:30. Raise 9:30. So it's a type 3 for breakout type 2 reversal at 9:30. Exactly, that it reverse right there or reclaim. And then boom, it going down. And then it hit the target on the daily time frame right there. And then at 10:30, you have the reversal type 2 right there. Yep, which is right here. Which is we already mark it up. So just from above, you break it, and then boom, you reclaim them. And then in this case, a reversal right there. Yep. Yeah, so at 10:30 we have a reversal right there. That is the type 2. Alright, before we move on to Tuesday, we just try to recap 2 beautiful setup on Monday. So here is first one, which is a type 3, right? But even better type 3 in this case, because it break 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So break to this level, the key level 68, 98, right? 58, 98, right there. You thought that it's gonna be neck leg up, that exactly gonna be reversal at the 9:30, coming down right there. So it's coming down very hard, and then as soon as it hit the targets very interesting, huh? I think it should be 75, not 50. Yeah, so we just fixed this to be 75, 68. So this hit below that, right? That's the high time frame right here we're talking about. Yeah, 68, 75 on high time frame, which is the daily right here. See that level, right? Test from above twice, 1, 2, Thursday and Friday last week, and Monday. It come down here, then it's gonna break it. But whether it's gonna break on Monday or not, that's another issue right there. Early on we say, okay, it come down here, we're short. But now if we go into the low time frame, we can see that it manifests itself like this into the 9:30, then we're short, then our target should be that level. Do not short it, because you see the minute you short it, it reverses right away. That's the reason why we have a second setup beautifully type 2. You see that, right? That's the level at 60. It break out of 68, 65 right there. It could break right there. You can short right there, but the minute you short, you have to get out, because it's gonna be a type 2 reversal right here. You see that level? We got the note right there. So the level right here, just above that, maybe 67, around 68 right there. You see test from above. Now look to the left, you see level right there, test from above, break, and you're gonna reverse that. The type 2 reversal. It happened at 10:30. Yes, 10:30. You see that? It reversed and it kept going up. So that is, you see that's the beginning of the day, and how it's end of the day. Look at that. So if you short at that level, you get stop out right there. So next time the challenge for us is that, okay, we know that it test from above twice. Then what gonna make for it to go down to visit level? Then we're looking for the fall breakout at 9:30. That's it. We need to fall breakout at 9:30. And then we target at that level. Don't short at that level. Right? Look on the daily. We thought they're gonna short the level, but don't not sort of watch around there to see any signal. Because the move from the 9:30 down to here is already a huge move, so it will not break right away. That's exactly happened. Now go into that reason why now we go into the Tuesday. So what happened? We thought they're gonna break on Monday, but it did not. Then go in Tuesday. Wow, it already break. See that? And we don't trade on the overnight markets. It break the level. It's still 975 right there. So you see that? If we try to short on Monday at that level, we got stop out. We got stop out. That's tricky right there. If we go at the level, we got stop out. Yep. But in the pre-market, I broke that. So now go down to, yeah, it broke the 65 already. So if you trade overnight, then try, if it broke the level, then short them. See that? It break level, short them. Then it go all the way here. It's a huge sell-off on Asian and London right there. So what it can happen right here? Any reversal, so break, reclaim, not much right here. So now let's open the rewind the tips on Tuesday and see. All right, rolling the tips on Tuesday right there. So right here we see any setup force. It level right there is break test from below and reverse. So you can say type 1 right there. But let's see. Okay, now at least right here we saw some setup. Yes. Okay. So that's the go to the 9:30, 35. What do we see? I can mark this level that we see break, reclaim. We want it to break and then boom. It reclaim. We want that to be at least break twice, but if more than one, twice, even better. Like it's on the Monday, you say break twice down, then the reclaim is gonna be explosive. But at least at this one, do we have more than, we want to have to see double break rate reclaim. And right here is not really, we want it to be a break right here, and then we see the reclaim. Yeah, you can count right here, it's just break, very tiny break right there. And then the reclaim, okay. So at least you have two right here, it's good. Then the minute you thought it's gonna be break, then it flips. If it won't flip, then we know that it's gonna be a reversal. You see that? At least we have a double right here, double bottom 1, 2 right here. So let's mark it, and let it 2. Right, 2 speed it up, especially at 9:30. You see that? But if it's more than 2, it's even better. But here, at least we have break 1, right here is not clearly a break, but we want it to be really break close below level, real below, just below right there, and then you have no right here you switch to reclam. Right, so right here should be number 3. Let's fix that. Alright, we just fix it right there. So the break is an odd number. But if you count, it's break 1, break 2, reclaim 1, reclaim 2 right there. And right here, it looks like we're gonna make a neck leg down, right? First leg down, retracement. It looks like gonna make a neck leg down. That exactly where it's gonna flip. So neck leg down, but actually it flip into a 4 breakout. Yeah, only 5 minutes, right? You see that it looked like gonna be a neck leg down, but it got if this one flip, then we know definitely it's gonna be 4 breakout and type 3. If 4 breakout in this case is a reversal, right? Alright, let's save this one. Alright, keep rolling the tab to see if the 930 really flip. Alright, it really flip? Yes. So you know that, let's say you miss at a 930, you can still go in and know the reversal gonna come in. At least you're gonna aim at a 65, or at least it's gonna be this level right there. Boom, see that? The retracement right there. I think wow, it go back at the entry right there. So better watch out. It may not. Oh yeah, it did reach the level, this low. Let's just screenshot right here. Yeah, we better X6. Don't overstay your welcome. That's the saying right there. Don't overstay your welcome. Yes, so it's close. Yeah, should not be very close at that level. If you want, let's aim at that level. Should be good. Yep. So he told her, you better get out. That's the target. Alright, rolling the tab right here, see. That says for a Tuesday, you have 4 breakout type 3 right here, but you better get out at this area, otherwise you got to kick out a trade, or you lost all your gain right there. So only on Tuesday, only one good setup right here at 9:30. So just recap one beautiful setup we learned on Tuesday is the 4 breakout type 3. In this case, it's only break twice. 1, 2, it's the double bottom right there. And the minute we thought they're gonna make a neck leg down, and exactly at 9:30, then it got flipped. It flipped, it turned into a 4 breakout. You see that? 9:30, boom. And then you have to exit right here and pay attention. The key level when it got flipped is the 6807. Yes, 6807. Not 06, 6806, not 07. 0650 on D1. Oh, yeah, that's the mix table right there. 06 right there. That says exactly at 9:30. That's the level right here. Right, the level right there, you thought that because in the pre-market it already showed so much already. So you wait for that minute to show, you in trouble right there. So the minute you thought you're gonna make leg that up, break the level, boom, you got flipped. But you better exit when it hit the target better, otherwise it come back. You see that? It's come back right here. It will take you out. Alright, that's for the Tuesday. Now we'll move on to the Wednesday. Alright, here's how it opened on Wednesday. And we see that right here, that level is already closed, and now on Wednesday it's already over below that level. Yep, below that range right there, 68, right, 60, yeah, 6806.5 right there. And let's see how in the low time frames, 6806. No, this is a Wednesday, is that right? 6806, yeah, right there, 67. It already broke the level, yeah, level right here, 68. From Tuesday right there, it reversed, but then it come back. So that level, it already below that level. The question is gonna be continue breakdown or gonna revisit now. Do we see any kind of like type 3 around here? Oh yeah, maybe the double. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out right here. Alright, so let's say you mark this level. You see any setup right there? So it's break, reclaim, and break again, and reclaim. So if it break, then we will go short, top gonna make a neck leg down, then in reverse. That's the type 3 we're looking for right there. That's exactly the type 3 that we're looking for. So first you have break 1, and you have break 2. Should be good enough to break. And then this one, if it come down here, it look like a neck leg down, but it got flipped, then we know that it's gonna be a 4 breakout type 3 right here, reversal. Okay, and this one is just a reclaim, and And this is curriculum right here. So you have two breaks, two plans, good enough. It's like on Tuesday. Yes, so let's find out. Let's see where our tips right here. Open the tab right here and draw this. So this one, November 5th, which is Wednesday. Let's see. Okay, so right, so you mark this level also work, the opening is close to that level. You see we mark right here is like the London low of the Friday, or yep, you mark that level also, the open range, or the yesterday is also work in this case. So just right here, take a screenshot. So what do you see right here? Yeah, just they are pretty much same, right? The prior day low right here, you still have that setup. Right there, so you had a break. Okay, beautiful. This one you have more break, I guess. Yes, and then you have another break, and then you have another break. 1, 2, 3 break, 4 break. Okay, and then you have 5 breaks. It's pretty much like Monday right there. And then go here, you thought you're gonna make a what? A leg down, neck leg down, boom, a reverse, understand? So yeah, and it's reclaim, 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 reclaim. Basically, it's a step, it break, it reclaim, right? It's break, reclaim, break, reclaim. And it is the last break right here. People thought I make a neck leg down, that exactly it reversed. And you see that's the 930 right there. It is the last break right here. Alright, so because of the time we don't want to label reclaim, but you can do later, but we only label the break right there. That's which way we go with the odd number, because you want to match the break and reclaim, so that's the reason why I do it odd. Break and number 2 reclaim, break and reclaim. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 break. There's no reason to come back to this level. Only that we will create a 4 break out. Who want to go short, we get in big trouble right there. So this move is gonna be very explosive. So yeah, look like a neck leg down right there. That exactly where it's gonna flip. Yes, and I 45, see that? And that's what the tips you're gonna see. Explosive right there. Let's rewatch that. Explosive right there. We did took the trade right there. We go in just a little bit late because we away from the computer, on our computer. When we come back, we go in right here. We're supposed to go in right there, but it's too late. Not too late. Too late to enter it there. But we know this move gonna be substantial, so we even go late right here. We still go in, and we get the move. Look here, right? Oh yeah, one thing. When at the 930 rate, exactly we thought that we're gonna make is that this one? Is this right? November right there. Okay, that's right. So we go in at the time this one, because of this, make it look like the time is wrong, but it's not. We go in at 9:30. We go long right here, but a little bit too early. Is that right? Yeah, but right here we go long right here. So the first long, we go too early. Yes, we go too early. Yeah, so to go in our first move, we go a little bit too early. Yes, we have to let the 9:30 close, break that level, right? Break the level first and then reverse. So we go long, we go too early, so we get stopped out. So we lose right there one contract, but right here we go in. We go a little bit late right here because we're away from computer. We have to go in right here at the level of the 8 break. Yeah, we have to go long at that level. But anyway, even late, we still hit our targets. See that? We aim for this because we take a challenge to do 150Ks. So our profit circle had to be 9,000. Split in 2 days, so it have to be 4,500. So we aim right there, and boom, it our targets. So that's a beautiful trade. So yes, that's where the daily at that moment close. At that level. So basically, we take a good trade, a good setup right there first. For breakout type 3 reversal at 9:45. Okay, let's go into. That's only trade two. The rest is okay. We may see some setup right there on. Yeah. You see test from above right there and break and reversal. It could be a type 1 right there, that level. But we did not engage at all. Alright, so let's see what happened on Thursday and Friday. Alright, so here's the beginning of Thursday. If you mark the open trend right here of this level also. Alright, let's see if we see anything. See if the setup is there for us. So that level we see, alright, so it's break 1, 2, break 3 break. That's it. Okay. 3 break, so it should not be a neglect down right here. How about the other way? Is break here and break here brake here. So 2-tire brake. We don't see anything right now, so let's keep rolling the tape for Thursday. Alright, here's the tape on Thursday, right? Oh, ooh, wow. Okay, so it can be a 4 breakout right here. Okay. Let's go back to our right here. So if you wanted to play short, right? So that means don't count the break here. Count the break up. Right? If you count the break up, that means you have a first break up right here. Break 1. And that is reclaim. Break 2. Change the color here. So it's the first time it break. Oh, no, actually it break from here. Yeah, but let's count for today. Now it's okay to count at the levels, right? You have break 1 to the upside, break 2, and then 1, 2, no, you have not a break here. So 1, 2, 3 break, 4 break, right, 5 break, then there's no reason to come back here. That's where people thought they're gonna make a neck leg up. That's where it flipped. So it's gonna be a 4 breakout. Type tweet right here. Yep. Alright, so the moment we start that it's gonna be neck leg up, it got flipped. Got flipped at 9 o'clock. And then boom. Let's see 9:30. Alright, 9:30. Whether it's gonna continue, go down, or got, reclaim. So the level is right here. This level. So we're tracking that level. So 2 minutes into 9:30, let's see. It looked like reclaim, right? Test from above, break and reclaim. Did you count at that level? That's right. Right here. It looked very attractive, but if you look at that level, is right there. So you test from above, break and reverse. We want to go long, but we may get in trouble. Boom, see that? It's going down. Yeah, it's so very heavy. Maybe we have some reversal right here. Maybe. Alright, let's watch again. Yeah, so that should be good setup right here. It's open range right there. So the break already happened before 9:30. It's a little bit tricky. You want it to happen around 9:30, 9:45. But anyway, I think it's a good review for this week. We're always grateful for these opportunities, and we do what we love, and just come our way, day by day, little by little. In every way, we're getting better and better. Thank you, and have a great weekend. See you next week.